Everything fades black for you guys for a moment. All sense of sight, sound, smell, touch fades black. But only for a moment. And when you come to, you open your eyes, and you are looking at a scene unlike anything else that you have seen ever in your life. It appears to be a deep, dark forest. But through these trees, you can see the twinkling of lights as fireflies kind of float and hover in the air. On the ground, dark green grass sprawls, little lights twinkling at the end of the blades of grass. The trees themselves seem to be whispering into the air. A gentle music floats, almost as if hanging in the very air itself. Almost like a message that can be both understood and not understood at the same time. The breath that you take is extremely refreshing, almost like it's re-energizing you. If you are missing any hit points, any health, any spell slots, go ahead and hit your long rest button.
Woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
The air both feels and smells heavy, earthy, and comforting. 1 second. You good?
I gotta rescue a bird. Be right back.
You good?
Yeah, I was just closing a cupboard.
Okay. We'll wait until Critter comes back. The air around you smells and feels both heavy and earthy, almost as if the weight of life itself rests on it. It's extremely peaceful here. Roll me perception checks.
Perception.
Actually, you know what? Better yet, I'll go down the list one at a time. You're going to tell me your passive perception. Epi. Or, sorry, Yuki.
14.
Elardis.
15.
Kiba.
17.
Hig.
15.
Vincent.
14.
Anybody who got over 15, well, 15 or above, off in the distance, you can see a couple of deer and a moose wandering by. And then a moment later you see a wolf stalking them, appearing. See butterflies flittering through the air. It's almost appears to be dusk. Just everything is right with the world. We're going to open up the scene to our players, starting with Yuki.
So, anyone know where we are? I mean, I'm not complaining. It is nice here, but anyone know where we are?
I don't know. Do we know where we are?
No,
Weren't we thinking where we're supposed to be?
no, you do not, actually. Never seen this place before, never heard of it. There's nothing in any legends.
Does it still feel like we're in that, like, continuum type place? Because I have no other word for it.
Roll me a wisdom check.
Sorry, Grim's crawling around in my sweater. 17.
17. Hello, D-Bomb Gaming. Hello, Lady Punnet. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
I would like to give credit for this section of your adventure to Lady Punnet, actually.
Ooh.
It's your fault.
It does feel a bit like the other parts, the other part that you've been to, the other place that you've been to, kind of. Not quite the same air about it, though. But with every breath you take,
Every move we make.
every move you make, I'll be watching you. I mean, everything seems like it's filled with life. We're gonna move over to Ilardis. Yes, it's all my fault. It is all your fault.
Yeah.
D-Bomb 2023. DM me on Discord. We'll talk.
Mm.
Ilardis.
I'm gonna kind of look around. Just gonna make sure that Kiba's with them, and
Kiba is.
I'm gonna see about rolling maybe an investigation to see if we are still in the... Actually, no, I'm gonna roll arcane. I'm gonna roll an arcane check, see if I recognize the magic, like if it's like if it's druidic in nature, if it's celestial, anything like that.
Okay. While you're at it, you can also roll me an insight check. Roll me the insight first.
Total dog shit. That was a 2.
Okay. Let me make a note of that. Thank you. And your investigation?
That one already went into the dice jail. We're off to a great start.
That's how you start the year.
Yep.
That's better.
First roll of the year is a 2. Assume the position, folks. It's going to be a long year.
That was investigation, right?
Yep. Roll for initiative, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. I did that. It was a 2. Yeah, because I have an advantage on investigation now, apparently. I rolled a 23.
See, now that is a lot better, my friend. And you're trying to ascertain kind of what this place is?
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out what the place is. I'm trying to figure out if there's any arcane energy flowing through the air. If there is any arcane energy flowing through the air, what type it is.
Okay.
Like if it's druidic, if it's celestial, and stuff like that.
Okay. So, welcome to the game, Geeky.
Sorry, I'm late.
You're good.
I was sleeping and
We knew it.
I figured you were sleeping in. It's all good. You know what? It's New Year's Day. There's no expectations. Who would like to catch Geeky up on where you guys are? Just to kind of... So Geeky's not floundering.
We're in a forest. We don't know where. It still feels like the place that we had been stuck in.
God damn it!
You did ask. You didn't say how good of a job we had to do.
Who would like to give a detailed description?
Not it. I'll be right back.
That's like Vincent summed up, just saying.
We are in a picturesque, foresty setting. The deer are grazing, the butterflies are floating. It's beautiful and peaceful, and it feels like everything's right in the world. And apparently, it's not an illusion. Apparently, it's legit here, and we're trying to currently figure out where here is here.
So, I want you to imagine this. A deep, dark forest lays in front of your eyes. Off in the distance, you can see twinkling lights as fireflies kind of float and hover through the air, giving just a tiny bit of illumination. In front of you, in this clearing, lay grass. It's deep green, but at the end of each of these blades of grass, again, twinkling lights providing a bit of an ethereal glow. It's about dusk, so the sun's just starting to set. Off in the distance, you can see deer kind of wandering by, grazing. You can see a moose following shortly after, and then about a moment or so later, kind of a stalking wolf following just after that. Everything here is calm. Everything just seems right with the world. That first breath that you take in seems heavy and earthy, full of life, just extremely calming to the soul. Like you want to stay here. As for your investigation check, Ilardis, you got a 23?
Yeah, investigation, I got 23.
There is a type of magic here that you can tell. It is a magical area, but it's unlike anything you're familiar with. It's not celestial, it's not arcane, it's not divine. It just is. Almost like everything all at once. Everything that could be, is, or will be.
And so I definitely wouldn't recognize it as like druidic type magic at all.
Not druidic. We're going to move down to Nico, who as of yet has not had an action. Nico. What is your reaction? What are you doing? How are you approaching this?
When you said it was calming and I don't want to leave, right?
Correct.
So he's just very content then. Maybe just kind of looking around. So I'm going to make an investigation check of my own.
Okay, you make your investigation check, please. Roll your dice.
9.
You got a 9?
Yep.
Just the twinkling lights in the trees. The twinkling lights on the blades of grass. The wildlife walking by is unlike anything you've ever seen. It just... You don't know of any other place like this. But...
Are there, like, any wildflowers growing?
Any wildfires?
Flowers.
There's a couple off in the distance.
Can I pick some?
Sure. Roll me a survival check.
Sure.
I totally saw that coming.
10.
10? Walking over to a couple of these flowers that are growing. The first thing you notice is that they're vibrant blues, reds, and greens. The colors themselves on the flower seem to shift and change, depending on how you're looking at it and where you're standing. Maybe a couple of other factors thrown in there. You do manage to pick at least one of them, and it kind of shifts, and the colors kind of shift and just coalesce in your hand before poof, fading.
He's gonna gasp when it fades. Where'd it go?
As it fades, it lets out this spark of, not spark of light, but glittering light almost. Almost as if 1,000 fireflies have risen from this flower and fade into nothingness, giving you just a brief light show.
You would not believe your eyes.
If 10 million fireflies.
I see you found my clearing. Tell me, do you enjoy it?
It's very pretty.
Do we recognize the voice?
You do not.
It's pretty here. I like this place. I don't want to leave this place, but I know I gotta leave this place.
It is... It's my home. A place for me to sit and enjoy things. Just the innate beauty of all that is around me. Of all that I have created. And of all that I will create. Tell me, throughout all of your journeys, all of your adventures, and all of the enemies that you have faced, what is your hope and goal? What are your hopes for where you're headed?
I'm hoping to stop this dragon called Kimeko because she's done a lot of bad things to a lot of people.
This I know. I'm not talking about goals with Kimeko. What are your goals?
Keep my friends alive because they do stupid stuff.
A fairly cleric answer. And as you're watching, those fireflies that were kind of off in the distance seem to draw a little closer. All gather into one spot. And they start to form a bit of a shape of a rather glowing, ethereal woman. Before forming solid with a glow about her.
So, with a roll of 21 on investigation, 21 on arcana, and 19 on nature.
Someone's trying to go for it, man!
What's going on? I'm sorry, Grandma, didn't mean to scare you.
Someone's trying to go.
Rolls.
All of the rolls. Let me just sit here and roll everything on my skills tree.
Hey, multi-class is for a reason.
She looks down at Hig. Curious little one.
Infinitely so.
You tinker, you toil, and you build things.
Infinitely so.
I mean, I should know. I made you.
Are we talking to God?
Not God.
Mother?
In a sense, yes.
Sorry, Graham was trying to drink out of a soda can.
You're good, you're good.
Would I recognize the voice at all?
Roll me an insight.
Wait, so do I know what she's talking about? Side note?
Roll me an intelligence check.
I rolled an 11.
You do not recognize the voice.
Okay, so now who I'm thinking then.
This is not Titania, no.
I doubt a 12 is going to get me anything.
You... It's almost like it's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite place it. Or you can't quite name it, right? You can't quite give word to it. And then there's the healer.
Hi?
And the monk? The brute force barbarian?
Hello.
And the elf?
I mean, he does more than being an elf.
It's been
Yeah,
around for a while.
He falls off drain pipes.
Yeah,
I
he
rem-
misses targets.
Gotta say, falling off that drain pipe was quite humorous. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Which one?
Yes.
So, quick question then for you.
What's up?
Do you know, or are you, like, you know, Blazewing, Kimeko, are you whatever his patron is, and he points at Alardis?
Not his patron, per se. Do I know of Blazewing and Kimeko? Absolutely. I created them.
Oh, okay, so you're just God, are you?
I'm not a god.
Oh, so you just create people.
I am so much
Gaia?
more than a god.
Cool.
I created them.
Why would you create Kimeko?
Because everything has a place and a reason.
The balance.
To a degree.
To a degree.
I am what you would call... how do I put this?
Force?
Everything that you see before you, and so much more. Everything that is currently in existence. I am... the energy? I am the breath that you take in. The blood that courses through your veins.
Thank you.
I am effectively an embodiment of life itself. But I have a question for each and every one of you before we depart from here. What is the meaning of life? What is my purpose?
42?
Slay your enemies, see them drip. Oh, no, that's something else. Sorry.
We're gonna start with the cleric.
Okay, smartass answers aside. I don't know. To live, to have experiences, see what you can do with yourself.
Not a bad answer, all things considered. She looks over to Ilardis.
Considering how long I've lived, I haven't discovered the meaning of life yet.
You haven't discovered it? Or do you know it and you just don't want to see it?
I think it might be a bit of both, to be honest.
What do you think it is?
Discovering new things every day. And just living in the moment with good people, I guess.
Good as answer. A good an answer as any. Well said. And for you, tiny one? She looks over at Hig.
Want a drink or anything?
Like Alardis, I'm old as dirt, and I'm still not sure, but like our cleric, I agree that life is an ongoing experience. There doesn't have to be a goal unless you want there to be one. My goal is to experience as much as I can and share it and keep it in knowledge to spread it.
I understand. It's not a bad answer for somebody who's been around as long as you. Nico.
I don't know. Not to be locked up away, I guess. To go out and make adventures in your own story. Maybe a story that people will tell for generations.
Fair. Vincent?
Oh, shit. I don't know. Try not to die. Try to enjoy yourself. Try not to hurt people who don't deserve it.
Coming from you, that is a fairly astute observation. Life, the purpose of life, the purpose of me, is to learn all that you can, to be the best version of yourself possible, to reach your greatest potential. The moment you stop learning is the moment you start to fade away out of my grasp. The adventures that you have, the stories that you pick up and that you tell and retell, those are all a part of life, part of the meaning of life. It is up to you to determine what kind of person you will be. The choices that you make determine where you end up in this life, and what your role is. And remember, we are all a product of the choices that we have made. Every choice has led you to this point, specifically. She just kind of sighs for a moment. Unfortunately, it is all coming to an end rather fast. But that doesn't mean that all hope is lost. That doesn't mean that everything shall not exist. It'll just exist in a different form, in a different way. I'll still be around, but not as I currently am. I do, however, think that you have one, maybe two more stops ahead of you before you get where you need to go. Your final destination, however, don't trust your eyes. Things can be tricky. Trust your gut, your intuition. And with that, she just kind of fades off into those little sparkles again. Those little fireflies. Starts to dissolve a little bit. Pulls back into the forest. With the exception of one. This glowing, twinkling little light. And a mist trail behind it just kind of circles around all of you. Your head, your bodies, seems to do cartwheels or circles in the air almost, drawing little designs. Seems overly excited and happy. And that voice echoes through this clearing once again. I give you a guide to help you find your way for the rest of this journey.
Ooh, thank you.
Cannot leave this plane, unfortunately, but will stay with you as long as she can.
Thank you.
That is very appreciated.
The previous scene fades to black, and we open up once again. The air smells dusty, arid, smells old. As you open up your eyes, you see in front of you a fairly expansive desert area. Sand as far as the eye can see. It is extremely hot here, dry, almost like the moisture from your very skin is evaporating as quickly as you can make it.
I can make a lot of moisture.
I bet you can.
Technically, so can I, but I don't feel like using a spell slot to do that.
That's what we're calling it now, is it?
Smells
What? Yes.
hot.
We will call it using a spell slot.
That's why this channel is 18 plus.
I love it. 22 on investigation, not 20. Is there anything significant around us, whether it's direction, flavor of magic, signs of life?
There is a bit of a flavor. There's a bit of a flavor of magic here. As far as what's around you, nothing. As far as the eye can see, no
Like
structures.
not even like insects or anything. Like nothing. Just saying.
Actually, let me think about that. I had things placed here. No.
So totally dead. All right.
Where you are standing, it appears to be totally devoid of life. A dry, arid wind starts to blow, kicking up dust swirls all around you.
Oh.
And as it does, it uncovers something hidden in the sands. What appears to be a block of stone standing upright.
I'll poke it.
Like a what's the word in English again for that? Fuck.
An obelisk?
Yeah. Is it like that?
Kind of. You're not sure how tall this thing is because most of it appears to be buried underneath the sands themselves. There is a bit of a point at the top.
Vincent's actually going to go up to it and have a look at it.
What are you looking for?
Anything, really.
Roll me an
Gonna poke at it.
Roll me an investigation check. It pokes back.
Oh, hey. Bastard.
Roll me an investigation check.
That is a muscular 4.
A muscular 4? You know that there's like sand around here somewhere and there might be a little bit of stone hidden. beneath the sand, but you're not quite sure if this is what you're looking for.
Vincent looks back to the party, looks around, says, "We're in a desert."
No, really? How can you tell?
Hig is going to get close to the stone structure, but not like close enough to touch it. An Arcana of 19. Does that get me anything more other than it's a rock and sand?
There is definitely magic here, and it's not just coming from the stone.
So not just the stone. Can I
Correct.
pinpoint anywhere else, or is it more just like a vague masmia?
Pick a spot.
I see.
I also rolled an investigation check. I have advantage on investigation. Both of them were 11, so I rolled for a total of 16.
So do you want to take the 11, or do you want to take the 11?
I don't
Think
know.
hard.
Take
Yeah,
the
it's-
11, hun.
I don't wanna
It's a
take
tough
the
choice.
11. Yeah, it's a really difficult choice. I think I'm gonna take the 11.
Cool.
Hopefully it doesn't screw me.
So you got a 16 altogether?
Yep.
This appears... Actually, you know what? Roll me... You're starting to kind of get an idea, but I'm going to need you to roll me a wisdom check on top of that. So for those of you that don't know and haven't been here before, I will call for other rolls on top of what you have already rolled in order to give specific types of information. I will combine rolls together.
4.
4. This is an obelisk of some kind, probably attached to a building. You have no idea what kind. The wind starts to pick up and starts to blow more sand away from the top of this formation.
Quick survival check, because we're in a desert. Is there any risk that this thing is going, as it's being uncovered, that we're gonna like sink in or anything like that? Like, is there a good way of being around this thing?
So as the way this is going, as the sand blows away from it and uncovers this structure, you are kind of lowering down ever so gently as the sand is blown out from underneath your feet. Not hard enough to cause any damage, more like a really slow elevator.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It's not,
Yeah.
there's not like an actual, how do I put this? It's not enough to do harm. But
To
you
cause
are
us to like slide down or anything like that.
you're not
we can
sinking
feel
into
it.
you're not sinking into the sand. It's like the sand is clearing out from beneath you and around this structure, and it's lowering you ever so slowly as it goes.
So with Vincent standing next to it, he's just kind of slowly going downward.
Yep.
All right.
It takes probably, at least as far as you guys can figure, about an hour to get to the bottom, or what you assume is the bottom. You're standing on solid rock at that point, except for Vincent, who
By
appears
the way,
to,
Vincent's putting a hat on.
be standing on the roof of a rather large cathedral-like building.
Huh.
I rolled a history check with 24.
Second history check for 20.
What kind of history are you guys looking for? What kind of information? I need details here.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, if I recognize it at all. Like, if I can ascertain any writings on the obelisk, if I recognize the structure, how old it is, stuff like that.
And I'm adding a religion roll of 19 to suss us anything out.
You know what?
And I'm checking to see if it says anything about Exodia, the Forbidden One.
About what?
Exodia, the Forbidden One.
Jesus Christ.
Stop trying to score a date, okay? That's what we're here for.
There is no mention of anything called Exodia, the Forbidden One. But you do see a picture of a youngster with spiky hair holding his arm up like this. There's a device on his arm, and there seems to be like he seems to be going to like pull something off of this device.
Okay, I got a question then.
What?
Is there a depiction of a wheeled vehicle, a two-wheeled vehicle, anywhere near him?
Yeah, he's actually on it.
Neat.
Sweet. Ancient card games on motorcycles.
You're welcome.
Kid looks like a nerd.
Coming from you. Yes, Lady Pundit, I just made a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Kevin's gonna slide down the...
This image is like very minuscule, just over in one of the corners. It seems to just be there. You're not sure why, but it's there.
Random.
So this building appears to be almost like a religious hall of sorts. Something from times ancient. Yes, D-Bomb, that was the reference. Card games on motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be kind of almost a religious building. Ornate decorations on the outside. Except this one appears to have two skeletons on either side of what appears to be a possible door. Two very large skeletons.
So, do these things look like they're guarding the place? Like they're trying to run away from something?
They are literally just standing there with a shield in one hand and a sword in the other. They don't really look like they're doing anything.
Are they like real skeletons or statues of skeletons?
They're real skeletons.
Okay.
How tall are they? Like, we talking like 10 feet, 20 feet?
About 15 feet in height.
I'm gonna look at Nico, look back at those, and be like, holy crap, what the hell's taller than us? What are these things?
You don't
Now
know,
you-
but they're
I feel-
weird.
Sorry, what was that, Nico?
I don't know, but they are very tall.
As you guys are watching, looking at these things, their heads just kind of turn, and then they look down at you. They're not really moving. They're just observing.
Hi?
Just dust and sand falls from their... And what you can assume is their mouth. You're not sure how it's being held there, but it falls as they start to... as one of the jaws starts to move.
Hi, I missed everything. For some reason, my phone lost connection.
Okay, so basically, the front of this building has two 15-foot skeletons. Their heads have turned. They're looking at you guys, observing. Yuki says something to them, and then they start to respond. Sand starts to fall from their bones, where the jaw's moving. I hate dust.
Right? It sucks.
What brings you to our domain?
I don't know.
Not even sure. We met this being of light who may or may not be the god that created everything. And we followed this little light, kind of guide firefly, and then we wound up here.
The little firefly is kind of dancing around you guys, leaving a little trail of mist. You met the twin.
Sure.
Probably.
You are looking for the Palace of the Gods, yes?
Yes.
Sure.
No.
Shut up.
Shut up,
Okay.
Vincent.
Yes, yes, we are.
Are you worthy?
Yeah.
I'm very worthy.
Probably.
What makes you think that you're worthy?
I have been through some shit enough to not be worthy.
Barbarian, just because you can hold your own in battle doesn't necessarily mean you're worthy.
I'm not even talking about just battle.
What constitutes as worthy? Like, we don't want to lie to you or anything or make something up.
That's different from person to person.
Alardis just slowly pulls out the sword of Calhane.
Haskell's, or the sentry that was left behind.
This was the sword that sealed Haskell. I found it in a tomb. They asked if I was worthy. I said yes, and they let it go.
The Tomb of the Bright Wardens, yes?
Yes.
Interesting. And as for the rest of you?
Also, real quick, player ask.
Yes.
I know the blade is silvered. Is the inlay on the grip silvered?
No.
Okay, good.
It will not burn you if that's what you're asking.
Good detail.
Good question.
Good grief.
For Higgs' part, she's just going to plant herself there, all 2 feet, fuck all of her. Well, first of all, I'm here. I want to be here. I made it this far. And as a brownie, it's our job to take care of homes. And right now, the whole world is a home. And I kind of like it to be around.
Skeleton just kind of looks down at you. Well, you're just a little furball full of rage, aren't you?
Yeah, give me a reason.
Oh, hold on a second. Northern Whisper, you want a Slurpee? Sure, I'll take a Slurpee.
Me too.
Yeah, actually, that sounds pretty good for some weird reason.
Yeah, bring me one too, please.
How are you handling your new, gifts?
It's a process. I'll get it eventually.
So you're not giving in?
No, I don't give in to anything. You
Stubbornness. Careful, that can be a double-edged sword.
I'm well aware of that.
And for the 3 of you that are left,
I'd like to think I'm worthy. I'm kind of hoping that I am.
hope.
Pretty sure I'm a decent person.
Hope. What is hope to you?
Let me see if I have a dictionary on me.
I don't want the dictionary definition. Saving Grace. Northern Whisper has redeemed for 1,000 channel points. A 1 moment that has been used in... that hasn't been used in so long that I can't actually remember what that does. So give me 1 second while I check up on that. I really should just have a list of things. This one. This one. This one. We're saving Grace. Edit that. Give a player a one-time advantage on their next saving throw for whoever needs it. Cool. So when it comes to rolls, you'll need to choose whether you're going to use it or not before you roll, but we will go one at a time in order of rolls that come up. We don't want the dictionary definition.
I don't know. It's really hard to describe what hope is. It's just kind of a feeling you get. A want for things to be better or things to go your way.
And the purpose of that?
Well, if you don't have hope, do you really have anything? It's what keeps a lot of people going.
There you go. And for you two, you're using skilled knowledge on the DM. Thanks, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but we'll figure it out.
Next time you need to do some studying.
Uh-huh. And for the other two of you?
I don't know if I'm worthy.
Why not?
I just don't know.
Why so uncertain of one's own skills?
I just punch things. I'm not magical or special.
Does that make you any less worthy?
I don't know.
Sounds like you need to have a little faith in yourself.
Yeah, I probably do.
And over to Vincent.
Ah, shit.
And
What do you want?
And as
What do you want, Mike? Oh, go ahead.
Are you worthy?
What do you want, my character development? I don't know, man. Listen, I've gone through things. I've helped them. I've protected them as best I can in my own way. I've really just tried to be me.
Why?
That's all I know how to be.
Fair.
Sorry, I am not a deep thinker kind of guy.
It's about at this point you guys hear a really low rumbling.
Ah, shit, I fucked up.
And a moment later, a resounding crack as these doors start to swing open to utter darkness on the inside. You may pass if you wish. The choice is yours. A few more things you may need to face before you leave this plane. Death is waiting inside.
Like the sort of physical being or our deaths?
The twin.
Oh,
Life
thanks, G.
and death.
Okay, get it.
Good luck.
We might need it. Thank you.
Thanks, G. And Vincent goes to fist bump the skeleton, walks by.
He gives you a fist bump. I'm gonna need you to roll me a strength check, please. You just hear his bones creaking and grinding as he sort of moves.
One.
Seriously?
That comes up to, I rolled a 1 on the dice. That's a +4, that's a 5. It comes up as 11, though, for some reason.
So, as this giant skeleton gives you a fist bump, You find yourself flying backwards, Vincent, into a wall of sand, which starts to cascade down, starts a bit of a chain reaction.
And I was being friendly.
Sorry, that was a little too hard.
Dusting himself off. I'm still worthy.
And the sand continues to cascade down and flow. And then it starts to build up around your feet.
I'm out of here. God, I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets up my ass.
I'm just picturing this whole thing going now. Thanks, G. Thanks, G.
The rest of you notice this sand starting to cascade, like starting to fall, and it's actually following Vincent, it looks like just a wall of it as it flows down this hill that he's now disturbed. He's very disturbed.
Vincent smacks the sand with his bat as he walks. Fuck off! Don't follow me in.
I'm just gonna get in my squirrel and go.
Go. So Hig, the brownie, gets on the mechanical squirrel and fucks off into the building.
Vincent goes in with her.
Yeah, I'll follow them.
Follow them?
And pray we
No,
don't
follow
fully
them.
die.
Ilardis?
Alaris is gonna resheath the sword and then go in along after them, along with Kiba.
We who are about to die salute you.
I mean, it's not like
Hopefully we don't die.
I mean, it's not like I'd kill you off or anything.
Not this close to the end of the game.
Again.
Stares at you twice,
Again.
3 times, 4 times.
Oh no.
Why have you killed me so far? Jesus.
Oh no, I have to make a new character.
I feel like you're the person who has like 5 backup characters just waiting to go.
That's me as a player.
I'll just change the name to Vincent and go on.
To Vincent? As you guys walk into this rather large structure through these large doors, the sand starts to pile up against the steps. Up against the top step, and just before it reaches the doors slam shut, and all sound of the cascading sand fades.
Oh, that's outside. Okay.
Inside is pitch black.
I turn on the headlights.
It's pitch black.
Vincent turns on the headlights.
It's pitch black.
Well, shit.
Would I be able to see anything with dark vision?
It's pitch black.
I attack the
So
darkness.
this place is absorbing all light.
Makes
You're not
sense.
even sure what you're walking on. It's solid.
You know, I don't think I want to know, considering this is like desert tombey crypt thing, and I've seen the Mummy.
Hold
Oh,
up.
I'm assuming we're in the void space that death occupies. That's my guess.
Vincent says, hold up, and reaches down to try and feel at the floor with his hand.
It's pitch black.
It feels like pitch black.
Yes.
Great movie.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It feels
I'm gonna kill
solid, but
somebody
you're
with
not,
my detail.
it feels solid, but unlike anything else you've ever felt. You're walking on something, you just don't know what you're walking on.
It's there, but not there.
Correct. I see you found my home. Welcome.
Hi.
What up?
Thanks for having us. Nice place you got here.
If I'd known I was going to have guests, I would have cleaned up. Please excuse the clutter.
Sorry for
What?
intruding.
That's fine, it looks great here.
Oh, sorry, corporeal beings. Let me slip into something a little more comfortable.
Like skin.
'Kinda There's a soft glow almost. And you see 6 rather familiar-looking beings walking out of the darkness.
You cut out. You heard familiar looking, and that's as far as you got.
They look rather familiar. 6 rather familiar-looking beings walking out of the darkness. At least,
Are they us?
their height and their equipment that they're
They're
carrying.
us, aren't they?
There is one for each of you.
Mm.
The only
Wow,
difference
it's like
is
looking in a mirror.
they are walking skeletons.
Aha.
Well, that's what I look like on the inside.
Neat.
Get out of my head.
I would ask you to stay for a cup of tea, but I find it a little hard to stomach these days.
Well, without a stomach.
I don't know. I feel like if we eat anything, it's a Persephone type deal. Don't eat nothing.
I think that one might be mine.
Life and death are never ending. Circle that goes round and round and round. And despite all appearances, seems not to ever really end. This guy tickles my fun bun. Really, Lady Punnet? He's quite humorous. God damn it!
Woo!
Despite all appearances, never really stops. Well, I mean, up until now. How is my twin? I haven't seen her in such a long time.
Lively.
She seems good.
Born of the same parents, yet unable to actually be in the same room as each other has been quite difficult.
Ooh, that's rough.
You could always leave a message. If we run into her again, we could drop it off.
It's not the way things work, unfortunately.
Are you guys not allowed to communicate with each other?
Not really.
That's
But
unfortunate.
she sends me people from time to time. You know, those who have, I guess, served their purpose.
Wait a minute, she sent us here.
She looks over it. The skeletons all look over at Delardis. You're outside of my reach.
Just him?
Uh-oh.
Just him.
What did you do this time?
Artist kind of looks down and this is so when I ended up getting my spells, which I'm slowly starting to lose, the deal that I made with Tanya was that even when existence fades, I'm still gonna be here. The price I paid was to be your champion for beyond eternity.
Ooh, that's gonna suck.
He told me this already. I already knew.
I probably already knew too, and I just don't remember.
Are you happy with that arrangement?
For the time being, I am. I don't know about in the future, but in the meantime, I mean, I don't see any drawbacks to it as of yet. Plus, I've I've lived a long time anyways. So, what's another infinity?
Let me alter that for you a little bit. You shall find peace when existence fades, eventually. However, until then, you shall walk. As for the rest of you, are you prepared to face the... are you prepared to pay the piper, so to speak?
I don't want to. I want to live a long time. Not nearly as long as the elf, but, you know, a decent lifespan for my species. But everyone's got to die at some point, right?
Nico?
I'm sorry, I kind of zoned out. What was that?
Are you prepared to pay the piper, so to speak?
Yes.
Hig?
It'll happen when it's meant to happen. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep what I'm gonna do. Keep doing what I'm doing.
Vincent?
Honestly, I'm surprised I'm still alive with all the shit I've been through, with all the shit I've been doing, both before and after all this weird adventuring shit.
You're partially welcome.
Well, before you leave here then, we've a couple of things to take care of. This journey's not been so much about what you've been able to overcome, but the lessons that you've learned throughout it, the friends that you have made. And she looks over at Nico. First, when you leave here, we are going to return you to your original form.
Oh, thank you.
We know that you have been kind of unhappy as is.
It's just too tall for me. I miss being little.
There's nothing wrong with that. And second, a gift from both of us.
For me or for the group?
From myself and my twin to your entire group.
Oh, okay.
See, Life and I have been talking. And we have agreed that the journey that you have come on, or the journey that you've been on, has not been an easy one. And we figured that putting you through this was unfair, especially without asking. Therefore, should you fall in the upcoming battle, Life and I have agreed to give you a second chance, one time only, for each of you. If you should fall in battle, you will not die. Your skills, your abilities, they will all be reset. Use it wisely. We do not offer this lightly, and we do not offer this to anyone.
You guys are amazing. I mean, aside from the fact you're literally life and death.
Oh. And as for that dragon... when you do finally end her, tell her she'll be seeing me soon. And I shall not be kind.
Oh, we will be more than happy to send her to you. As fast as possible.
I'd be much appreciative if you could come up with some cheesy-ass line for me, too. I do very much like my puns.
Vincent's your man.
I mean,
Yeah.
you really shouldn't let her get under your skin.
You know, I would join you and your group, but unfortunately I just don't have the guts to go.
Yeah, I take it just kind of here by yourself gets kind of lonely.
With that, we should send you on your way. There is much to do and little time in which to do it.
Yeah, we gotta go. We have a bone to pick with her.
I look forward to it.
It was good saying bonjour to you.
Death just kinda smiles. All 6 of them a really toothy grin. They fade back into the darkness. And a few feet in front of you, a door opens with a brilliant white light.
Ah, my retinas.
Aren't
Into
we
the light?
supposed to not go into the light?
This is not the light you're thinking of. That being said, if you'd rather remain here, I'm sure something can be arranged.
Oh, no.
You know what? I'm good. The light is pretty. I will go into the light.
Let's go.
As you guys move in through the door, one by one, you find yourself surrounded by ancient stone walls, cobblestone floor, and a roof that looks like it's as old as time itself. The path ahead of you seems to be shifting. Never quite the same, it seems to be changing shape constantly. And if you stare too hard at it, you can't quite focus properly. Almost like your eyes aren't built for it.
Don't trust your eyes.
And that's where we're going to cut today's session off.